Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Fully Lacking podcast, episode 29, where two ADHD dudes and their producer try to get through life. My name is Drew, your host. This is your host, Anthony. And behind the camera, behind the boards, we'd be nothing without her, the third leg of the tripod, producer Lisa. We are your Fully Lacking team. What's up, big dog?
Are you really Drew?
Yeah, why? Do I look weird?
Prove it.
What are you talking about?
What do you have to hide?
Nothing, dude.
What do you have to hide?
It's just fall season.
Is it fall season?
I'm wearing my. Do I look weird or something?
You look like you've died several times.
Like Kenny?
Yeah.
Nah, dude.
Oh wait, we can discuss the elephant in the room.
I can't hide it anymore.
Unsheath that face.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Wait, you're not Drew.
We had an accidental discharge in the bathroom.
Whoa.
And I know that sounds wild, but it's exactly what happened. My beard is gone.
Let's start there.
My beard is gone. I don't know how to feel. But I don't feel well. I feel like you don't have a beard because I feel like you're manly enough without it. I don't have a beard because I'm an idiot. And I need a beard to feel like a man. How are you such a man without a beard? I mean it. This is a genuine question. No shots.
I have a more aged face, I think, at this point.
I look like a baby, huh?
You do. What I imagine you're experiencing lately is like these dreams I've been having. I've been having them most of my life, but I have these dreams where like I suddenly find myself like naked in like a public setting.
Oh.
I have to walk around and like just cover myself and act like no one's noticing. And I feel like that must be your experience with this.
Yeah, it's new for me. First of all, just a little advice, even though I'm not in a position to give some. You should not cover up. You know what I mean? Be proud. It's your dream. This is episode 29. We're almost going through our midlife crisis.
I mean, what happened with your face is a common man mistake, I believe.
Yeah. So I was called away from the duties of trimming the old beard. And I turned around to look, and I guess when I went back, my clippers were still like right here, and it got me. And I'm not proud. I know how I look. I'm not happy about it. But ladies and gentlemen, there's one thing that you can go to bed feeling rest assured about. It will come back.
I apologize for roasting your Abraham Lincoln beard in the past, as now I know the importance of it.
Yeah. I look like a child, a fat child at that. You know, it's so annoying because I have such a strong chin, and then I also have such a demanding second chin. And it's really tough.
You got this.
I wish I had a weak first chin.
Yeah.
Because then kind of blend in, but it doesn't. It's just there, you know? And so shout out to my dad for the good bone structure. Shout out to my mom for the bad genes.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But how are you, bud? Can I put my hoodie back on? Or?
Please leave it off for the people. I'm doing good. You know, it's been interesting however long it's been since we've actually been in here.
Wait, are you here with disease? Did you bring disease to the studio?
I've been the healthiest I've been in the past 3 months, probably.
I know. But listen, you need to understand. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about your son.
Oh, he's doing all right.
Is he sick?
I don't think so.
I've been worried about it.
I've been the biggest threat to their family's health since I've came around. Because I think every other month I bring some sort of new infection or disease.
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird. We're so close to Thanksgiving. That's an educated bar. And if you didn't understand it. Listen.
Yeah.
Come on. Do I get one?
Yeah.
There it is. Producer Lisa, did you get that?
I did not.
Okay, that's fine. She's not playing Farmville or whatever. It's weird.
It's good. How are you doing? Besides, your face.
Getting past the fat baby face. which now I'm realizing is just a fat man face when I have a beard. But I'm doing actually surprisingly well. I'm doing okay. Got some stuff in the personal life that that are looking better and I'm working through. Business is going well. The podcast, I want to talk about that for all our viewers. And I would say listeners, but you haven't got a couple episodes. That's actually on me this time. Although it was a devilish move.
Yeah.
I have dropped the ball on uploading a couple audio onlys to Spotify and the Apple Pod and all that stuff. My bad.
I'm going to let you get your stuff off. You have anything more to say before I clarify for the people?
That was my bad. I shouldn't have asked for the responsibility.
That doesn't seem sincere, especially with the initial comments. But look.
No, it was a devilish move.
For the most part.
You know how overwhelmed you were, and then you gave it to me, who also said he wasn't overwhelmed, but you know that I'm a people pleaser, so I was actually entirely overwhelmed, and I proved it.
No one asked me for help.
This is us. This is on us, peeps.
I mean, given 20 plus episodes of somewhat being on schedule, for us to finally miss some things, I think it's pretty impressive. You wouldn't have guessed that plus 20 episodes of an ADHD riddled podcast would have lasted this long, but here we are. We're
doing well. Honestly, like, I look back and I'm like, yo, like, we're actually seeing it through. And we've had some bumps, you know?
Yeah.
And I think that it's been cool. I really need you to start uploading the audio onlys. There's too much responsibility to put on me. I'm too busy of a guy. And with your lightly packed schedule and availability from here to Timbuktu, I think you can take that on.
I can help you.
Okay, I was going to ask Lisa.
That was a joke, guys. Me and Anthony are actually really overwhelmed with our life, and we don't have the healthiest ways of sorting through things at times.
I'm really not overwhelmed. I'm just raw dogging life because I haven't had ADHD medication in a week, and I might not have it for another week at best.
What do you think it would do to me? I haven't been on ADHD.
Clearly.
No, I haven't been on ADHD medication since I was like 11.
I mean, for me, it had a significant improvement in my life.
Like, did you see money signs and money trees and you became like a better man? Let me rephrase that question.
I'm a better driver. I was a notoriously bad driver as recently as like 4 years ago. And then medication has helped me to be more conscious about that.
I'm a pretty good driver, even when I'm distracted.
Well, you have probably other areas that you could benefit from for sure.
You've been with me. You've been with me driving.
You've established
both well and not well.
Yeah.
And you've been like, wow, look at us.
Just saying, it's still worth a shot.
All right. Well,
because I was super anxious the first couple of days off of it. Everything was overwhelming. I'm slightly managing now. But if you have those moments where things are just too much because you're losing track, it stops those
constantly,
moments.
Every single day.
It stops those moments a lot.
Yeah. Okay. We get one comment on this video. I'm going to get on ADHD medication. Okay. One comment, and it can't be any of us.
It's like those Facebook status, like one like and I'll drink myself to death.
Yeah. One like and I'll have a beer tonight. And then you like it. I went to a doctor's office. I think we talked about it a couple months ago or a couple episodes ago. And I'm healthy enough to be on whatever, right? And so I'm just like, I don't know. Like, is it Adderall? Is it Ritalin? Is it like, I don't know what it does. Like, I don't know what it's going to be. I got a little scared because I have pretty bad medication trauma. I know that sounds weird, but like at times was physically shoved down my throat, like physically. So like, you know, you can only puke on your mom so many times before you don't want to take it anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was not what I meant to trauma dump. I didn't mean to do that, but
I mean, trauma dumping is never intentional.
Yeah,
it's usually
sometimes it's like it seems normal to me. So my bad on that. But I'll try. I'll figure it out.
There's non-stimulant medication in case you're worried about stimulant.
Be stimulated.
Yeah, it's fair.
Yeah, I need to be stimulated because I clearly, you know, I don't need a fucking Flintstones gummy and I want to get my day on track. Like I need the good stuff. I need the good stuff.
The heavy stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, I guess circling full circle, I'm doing well. Life is good. Life is okay. Okay, hold on. We're not off this yet. Why have you not got a refill?
Well, ADHD, ironically, you know.
But it's bothering you every day.
I don't know what that's intending to say.
So why wouldn't you just do it? Why don't you just do it right away so it stop bothering you?
I mean, that's kind of the bane of ADHD existence, isn't it? Is either you do it right away or it's delayed for 3 months. So like what happened?
So, in some things. In other things you do like almost manically.
Yeah.
I've been to the post office 3 days straight. I'll tell you why soon.
Okay.
Go
I mean, I was 3 days out from my medication. I was supposed to call a little bit sooner than that. I didn't. I called. Then they were like, hey, you got to come in for an appointment because the ones I'm on are controlled narcotics. So I have to go and pee test to show them that I'm not abusing it or whatever. I don't know what they do with it. But I have nothing to hide. But every 3 or 4 months.
Watch you pee, dude.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be in your blood. What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know.
They're like, hey, we need to make sure you're on this shit.
Yeah.
And you're not selling it. I bet you that's what it is. They're trying to actually, it's like a reverse drug test. Like they're trying to make sure you do have it in your system.
But like if I run out because of ADHD, which I did, and I am, every 3 or 4 months I got a pee test and then I come in and do another pee test. But they didn't have appointments for 2 weeks. And usually I can get in the same week. I'm like, well, what do I do?
When is it? Next week sometime?
Yeah, next Thursday. So I mean, I've been stressing it, but it's ADHD's fault.
We've been very distant actually since you've been off it. It's strange.
I don't know about that.
No, I mean, what day is it? When's the last time we hung out? Friday?
Friday night?
Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. What are you talking about?
We talk, message, and text every single day.
Did we break up, dude? We're good?
Yes.
You heard it first. We're fine. I'm just kidding.
Something that people worry about with medication is
I almost got a real tear out.
Really?
Yeah, that was good.
Crocodile tear ass.
Yeah.
People worry about it like masking personality and zombifying you.
Mm-hmm.
And it like just got me thinking about like, what are the qualities we want to hold on to as far as like our best ones and what are some of our not so best qualities if we were to really think about it.
You know what's weird? I always thought you were drunk when I first met. Like when we first started really hanging out.
You know what's wild? Can I jump in real quick?
Yeah.
Is in college, everyone always thought I was high. So I think I look under this like under some sort of substance influence no matter what.
So it's weird because when I first started hanging out with you, I always thought you were messed up. I always thought, I don't know. Like for the next 30 seconds, I promise, I'm not roasting you at all. You look different off the meds. You look vibrant. Your eyes look alive. You don't look so dead inside. I'm not being funny. I'm not. I just don't know how else to vocalize it.
You're seeing what you're seeing and it's valid. I don't think the origins are what you think it is. It's because like
so
for the past
riddle me that
since that was so extra. Since July, I've had a mutiny. I don't know if that's the right word. A mutiny of things going on in my life, right? And they've been weighing me down to some extent. And I've been able, with the help of medication and therapy and working on myself, I'm just in a good space today. I don't think it's the medication, maybe a little bit, but I'm just in a good place, And there's this song by a Crossfade, familiar? It's called Colors. I'm not gonna sing it. Never mind. But it's just about letting your best colors shine, and I feel like I'm in a good place for that. You know what I'm saying? I've also been feeling myself because I had a partial photo shoot this weekend, and the pictures look great.
A couple grown men taking pictures of each other.
It's fine.
Listen, 3 words.
Three
words will sum it up. 3 words will sum it up. He'll be fine. He will. Because he fine as fuck, girl. Oh, God. You just see them photos in a leather jacket against a brick wall. Oh, someone get a mop. You know what I mean? That boy look good. That boy look good. I swear, what was my response?
Whoa.
Because at first I was like, legendary corny. This is legendary corny activity. And then I sat with it and I was like, yeah, he's a little handsome boy. He's a handsome boy, my friend. That was a big breath, dog. That was like the biggest breath I've ever taken. Let me ask you this. What goes through your mind when you're like, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to call a 40-something-year-old man. And I'm going to ask him, hey, I'm going to get a couple outfits together. Will you come take photos of me? He's a photographer, by the way, but nonetheless. Well, hold on. I'm not roasting you. This is all.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. I'm not roasting you. It sounds like a roast, but it's exactly what you did. Do not allow you to don't take away the validity of what I'm asking you. How did you get there?
You have a lot of intentionally roastful phrasing.
This
the whole
episode, I'm not
like
roasting.
calling age men, like all of that is just very intentional. And I know you good enough to know
Well enough.
that is crap.
You know me
It's
well.
a crap shoot. I don't
Well.
need your language advice right now, sir.
Clearly you don't.
But because you're also leaving out all the other details that you know. You know the intentions of why I'm doing it. And you just left that out.
I'm trying to alley-oop you here.
So, I mean, first of all,
Fuck your bitch and the click you claim.
West Side when we ride.
Anyways, go ahead.
Sorry, I didn't mean to offend any other gangs by throwing up the dub. You know,
Was that a West Side? Did you throw it?
slightly. I
What
wasn't
did
fully
you do?
confident doing it.
Do it to the camera so we don't.
I was like that.
Yeah, I can't do it because my fingers are too fat. Look, I tried.
It's like they're magnetic
When
forces
we were
against
doing
each other.
shit because I was on the west side of Santa Fe, I'd have to like, yeah, what's up, and I would do it with my other hand. I'd be like, what's up, and then I would be like crossing my
Doing it with
fingers.
two
No,
fingers.
I'd be crossing my fingers with my fingers, so because I can't just do it like, look,
It's not like a quick little
can't.
rep.
Yeah, it sucks because like south side you could throw it, but I'll never do that.
Yeah. So fully
Anyways.
lacking moment there. I'm pending getting back onto the dating apps. I want to make sure.
Ladies, I don't know if you heard what this young man just said. I'm talking to you. All you single mamas looking for no dramas. Great job. Thumbs up. Great with his money. Kind of thumbs up. Great dad. As high as you can go. Great co-parenting situation. Guys, what the heck? Look at him. He doesn't even need to grow a beard. He did his own photo shoot. He wasn't waiting. He's serious. He's serious about meeting somebody. So if you're serious about meeting somebody, hey, look out for that guy in the leather jacket against that brick wall. That's all I'm saying. Because he's ready.
So getting back into the organization of this, right?
Yeah.
Dating apps. Got the boy Ray, aka Finikusu, who does photography. Hooked me up with a homie discount on some pictures. So we went and hit Old Masia for a couple. Got a few more this weekend.
You're doing it again this week?
Doing some night shots. Yeah. So yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm just proud of you for how serious you're taking this. I could never.
It's a
Maybe it's because you're more attractive than me when I don't have a beard. I have a hard time with this right now.
I think you are pretty insecure. Like today.
I'm insecure because I know what my face looks like. It's fucking annoying. If you ever like,
I know.
you don't look good that day, and you're just like, oh, I'm still gonna go out in the world. It's me for the next week and a half until my stubble comes back a little bit. I mean, it's
hear
already
you.
there, which is crazy, but it's frustrating. I have to meet a big client tomorrow, and I don't have a fucking beard. I might wear a cowboy hat just to throw him off a little
My
bit.
heart goes out to you.
Thanks, dude. My heart also goes out to me.
I felt pretty self-conscious doing the pictures.
You look good, dude. Honestly, jokes aside, you look good. I'm proud of you for doing it because that, and also like putting yourself out there it's a big step for you.
And it was, yeah. So try not to feel like narcissistic about taking pictures of myself. But
Well, you weren't taking a picture of yourself. You hired a 40-something-year-old man to do it.
all right, we're gonna let that one
I'm
sit.
not roasting.
I
I'm
think it's
just.
just so unnecessary to give the age and the gender of the photographer.
Is Ray really that old?
Yeah, he's a little older than me.
He looks good. What is his nationality? His ethnicity, better yet.
Native.
He's Native American.
Part
He
native.
ages well. He looks
Yeah.
young, dude.
Yeah,
he
he
looks
got
really
really
young.
I want to look like at his age.
Yeah,
I want to look how he's looking.
yeah,
I
yeah.
can't-
He's a sweet guy. He has a good heart.
Good
for
person.
sure.
But to get back to the topic is,
Mhm.
photography helped me to feel good and
Yeah.
how I look. And, that's what's going on.
I'm just.
What's going on?
Was there music playing? And you guys are doing the photos?
Genuine pony.
Yeah, I'm being serious.
Who does that, Drew?
I would. When I did my
the
artist-
little jabs are coming in.
That's
I'm
not jabs. I'm telling you, I would do it during my artist photo shoots.
What would you be
The
playing? Your
studio
own
would be-
music?
No, it would just
No,
be like
an apologetic,
no.
which was a sorry album. Ironically, Sorry. I got a little out of control there. My bad. I'm going to reel that back in. All right. Is that cool?
I dropped
cool?
a new album and I'm waiting for his internet blog to talk about it.
I'll revive it just for you, baby.
When are you going to upload that?
Revive it just for you, baby girl.
I know you guys' traffic has been booming lately. Anyways, listen, I'm not teasing you. I used to play music during my photo shoots. The studio would be booming. Tory Lanez, ASAP Rocky, whatever. I don't know if you guys had a little fucking portable speaker. You guys were walking out, get it. You should do it next time.
Nah.
Play some music.
I'm self-conscious enough just doing the pictures.
You don't want all the attention.
I'm trying to do real quick, like, you know.
He's like, nobody's looking. Hurry up.
Yeah. It really was. I took some pictures like around a lot of people that were focused on like a little Spanish little Day of the Dead in Spanish celebration. But
Dia,
yeah,
your turn. Dia
Dia
de los
Muertos.
Oh, that's close.
Dia de los Muertos.
Bro, you've been with more Mexican women than I know. How do you not speak
I'm
better
playing.
Spanish?
I can do it. I'm just a little nervous on air.
No Nintendo 64.
You've become more familiar with the face situation.
Yes.
It's not your proudest quality.
Mm-mm.
What do you feel like you have to offer the world on the other side of the spectrum?
With my face? Easily. A beard.
I know what it is from my perspective. And I want to check in on Lisa's too. But I want to hear it from you first.
My best I think the thing I'm proudest of is how I treat people. I like how I treat people. Good and bad. Yeah, I think it's how I treat people. I talked to an old friend today, and she was telling me like a mutual friend of ours doesn't actually like me. And I was like, huh. I think it's weird. And I thought about this. I'm sorry to derail this a little bit. But I thought about this. I was like, and I told her, I was like, I feel like you have to really try hard not to like me. And I don't intentionally do anything wrong. And I'm very apologetic when I do. And then I learned from that, right? And I was like, they're like, yeah, this is exactly what she told me. She goes, yeah, but the way you care just comes off fake a lot of the time. I didn't like that. I was like, all right.
It's a strong angle to take on you saying, hey, your people pleasing is too much.
Yeah, I just, it's funny because it's like literally embedded in my DNA, like down to my bone marrow to like make people happy. It's a hard thing to get over. And I can't consider that being fake. If that's not being as authentic to myself as I possibly can, I don't know what else would be. You know
if only they knew.
Yeah.
People pleasing is in your chromosomes.
Yeah. It's in my DNA for sure. And I don't know. I don't know why it bothered me so much. I've been thinking about it today. It's not like I don't know. I just don't. I've never found myself to be fake. I have found myself guilty of playing both sides before, for sure. But my intent was always good. But like I do find myself, I've found myself, and I don't do that anymore because that's very, very dangerous to people's trust.
Yeah.
I learned, It's
fair.
Yeah. Anyways, back to it.
I would say your social charisma.
What that mouth do? It talk. Wells. You gonna cut that out?
No, we're going to leave that in just for, reference for later on about things not to say.
Perfect.
Lisa, what would you say is Drew's best quality?
I was going to say the same thing. Very much you can adapt to everybody around you.
Shout out to Lauda. She calls it code switching. What it is I understand how to not come off as threatening so people feel comfortable. Because I'm not a predatory person. I do think that predatory people have that same ability. That gets really scary. Because if a predatory person makes you feel comfortable, then But I'm not. I actually do want people to like feel safe and loved. So as soft as that sounds, I will still fuck you up. So just have to throw a little bit of ego in that one.
Leave the streets behind, Drew.
No, dude. Unless they're in my rear view. Alto Park, baby. Every time I hear about that, every time I think of Alto Park, I hear you saying it now.
Alto Park, what up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's flip it. What about you? What do you think your best qualities are? One of them.
Loyalty to a fault. I think it's a good and bad trait depending on how far I let it go. But
loyalty.
Yeah.
I think that you're uber intelligent and you have this really keen ability to share your intelligence without being a dick. At least in my opinion. It's really cool. You don't make people feel stupid because of how smart you are. Yeah, I really like that. It's a really good trait of yours.
I appreciate that. Before I get to Lisa, I feel like it's a moment of transparency here. I had a panicky feeling when you asked me what my best quality was. I don't think I really put much thought. I was just like, say something so they don't think
You're freaking out.
You know what I mean?
He's
Like
suffocating by self-loathing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
no.
it's a little tough.
You have a lot of good qualities for sure. You're a genuine dude. You're authentic. Sometimes you're almost a little too honest. I don't like that. I don't like it. I'm like, you want to hang out? You're like, no. Nah, I don't got space for people today. And I'm like, I don't know, people. I'm your best friend. Nah, all right, we'll try again tomorrow. That's it. You know what I mean? So, but I guess that's a good trait too. What about you? What do you think about this?
I think his best quality is how good of a dad you are, in the sense of like you're very in tune with your child. Very in tune with him.
The way I dissect that is she's saying before you had a kid, you weren't shit.
No, I didn't know him before he had a kid.
But if I did, he wouldn't be shit.
Yeah. But if I had, he wouldn't have been shit.
Yeah. No, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah,
I mean, I think if there's any takeaways, you know, it's being a good dad. If I had to get rid of any other good traits I had, being a good dad would be the one I wouldn't want to get rid of. What is one you want to get rid of from you? What is your toxic red flag? Keeps you up at night, keeps others awake at night too.
I have a really bad habit of being manically aware. I know this sounds crazy, but producer Lisa, if anybody can vouch for this. If I have an inkling of we're under any type of like, there's any type of trouble in the distance, I'm now fucking manic. Like I won't sleep. I don't know. It's weird. And I really wish that I was able to like relax a little bit. Like I have a really bad problem with like connecting dots that shouldn't necessarily be connected. And I think that would be like hyper awareness, which is cool if you're in fucking war, but it's bad if you live in the suburbs by a golf course. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so that's really a trait that I wish, because I just always think something's about to happen constantly. It doesn't matter. It doesn't. I mean, I don't think I'm embellishing this at all, if I'm being honest.
It's trauma to a T, waiting for the other shoe to drop, kind of, right?
Whose shoe? What are you talking about?
Waiting for the other shoe to drop means like something good's happening. You're waiting for the bad to happen to some extent.
Yeah. Do you agree? Like I have an issue with that, or do you? I guess what do you think?
I don't know, because there have been times that you have said something's going to happen and then it happens.
And you were long gone before it did, baby.
Yes, I was.
Mm-hmm.
But then there's also been times that I feel like maybe you're overreacting.
For sure. But my biggest fear is to not overreact and then need to react, and then it's too late to react. Is that weird? That has a lot of reacts.
Yeah. I mean, you probably look at the times that you're right as reinforcement for why you need to be prepared, when in reality, you're probably wrong most of the time about what's going to happen. Or you bring about those circumstances because of how much you're worrying about it. It's probably a pretty complex cycle right there, if I had to take a guess. And I can relate, honestly. I think my worst trait is along the same lines.
Yeah.
I think that I lean into kind of paranoid, skeptical thinking too much. And I start to come up with these theories about people, like in my life, and they have really no basis or no real need for me to be doing that. But I like one domino falls in my head, and then I find myself just creating like, you know, like that scene with like Charlie from Always Sunny, where it's all the stuff written on the board. Mm-hmm. I find myself, if I really let myself go, I find myself just creating these complex conspiracy theories about people around me. And I have to like unwind all of that just to be happy and have good relationships, you know?
That's a lot of bag to unload. I have one more.
Okay.
I people please. To the point that it makes me look like a bad person to some people. Ooh, this can get heavy. So for the people who don't know, like I have a daughter, right? She's 12. She just turned 12. And it was kind of up in the air when she was first born. And then around 5, everything it was true. It's my little girl. And I did my best to be there. I don't think that there's anything you can put between me and my son that I wouldn't get through to make sure he was good, right? And so in that regard, as humbling as it is to say, I don't know if I did my best, but it was because of like how much I didn't want to piss anybody off, or like, it's been 5 years, we don't need you. And then, the years add fast. My daughter just turned 12, and she'd actually probably be pissed off I was talking about this because she knows me. I'm not like, I've been there, and arguments with her mom led me away, and then I went back and then away and back and back and back, blah, blah, blah. To when my son was born, it was kind of a fucked up situation. We created a lot more distance than I think I ever wanted to. And then, I've made the bed for sure. But I think that I struggle with the aspect of like fighting. And I say that because I know that the fight wouldn't necessarily be one that I would lose, and knowing that and still not doing it frustrates me. But I know that if I did, I'd piss off my daughter, I'd piss off her mom, and I don't want anybody to be more mad than they already are. And so I people please to the point where it makes me look like a bad person, because I'm not actually a deadbeat. Because if I was, producer Lisa would be raising her kid by herself, right? And, regardless how weightless a child support payment is, I don't miss those either. And so I think that that's something that I especially recently has really been, weighing on me, because I have friends who are dads who are girl dads on top of it. And there's nothing that the world could throw at them that they would let come between them and their kid. And I have the same with my son, and I don't have that with my daughter, which is unfair to her, and it's unfair to her mom. It's also unfair to me. And of course, it wasn't a fair shake. It wasn't all one-sided. Like, there was a lot of group effort in this result, but it eats me every day. I don't know if you've ever had a decision that you've made or had a decision that you've struggled with that you think about every day. It's like one of the first things you think about when you wake up. That's me every day. Every day I think about my daughter. And you create this hate for yourself. Like I unintentionally created hate in that little girl's heart for her dad. And it there's no way I'm going to tear down her mom to her. Like, I'm not, oh, your mom put me, nah, that's fucking cowardly. Like, I made the bed. You got to be a man. You got to accept it. And the capacity that they allow you to be in, unless, that's where it's hard for me, is like, I'm such a coward when it comes to people pleasing that I have a hard time getting past it. Like, of course, you can do the legal battle and you get custody in one way or another, especially if you're like an adamant child support payer and everything like I have. But man, I'm just like, I'm so scared for my daughter to hate me more, And I don't know if that's even, I don't know how rational that is.
Yeah, and it's been more of a topic lately. I've been wanting to share more with you, and probably won't be much on this pod, but I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah.
Just in the sense of the challenge of having to create conflict to make things better in the long run, but that goes against your people pleasing tendencies. And it's also where we differ in faults, because maybe my other one would be just like you pointed out with my son. Like, he's probably following my footsteps because it's what I'm showing, but I'm very like anti. Like, I really don't invest as much as I need to into people pleasing. So I'm an acquired taste to some extent.
Yeah.
If I'm not really intentional with, leading the way in small interactions, which I've really been trying my best. And I think you've kind of paved the way for that. Is like just trying to be a solid friend for you and ensuring that there's these consistent efforts.
Yeah.
And then applying those to other friendships that I have.
Yeah.
And kind of doing it that way. But it's work. It goes against my grain to really pin myself in that position of reaching out. And it's not that I don't care, but the efforts are definitely not my forte. I was thinking, it's a pretty heavy topic.
Yeah.
Let's lie in the way a little bit.
We can go for a run, dude.
No, definitely not. I got to go to the gym after this, but anyways.
In those jeans, Papa? Hey,
People-
yo. Just
All
cutting
right.
wood in the parking lot for no reason. Yeah. Well, you can't cut wood in the parking lot? You'd be like that dude on TikTok.
Oh, I thought that was some sort of euphemism.
What?
I don't
Where
know.
is your mind? Chopping wood in a parking lot's a euphemism for something gross?
Let's wrap it up. One rapper story each. And we'll wrap this episode up so we're not leaving the two fans we have in shambles.
Yeah, let's do it. You have been a stage performer once or twice in your life?
Once or twice is a little egregious.
Yeah. I think egregious means undersold.
Yes.
Right? Okay, good. 'Cause
It's
I don't know.
egregious in the limited nature you presented it
The
as.
second I hear egregious, I think Regis, and I think Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Oh, gotcha.
I don't know why. Well, being a stage performer, I don't know. I keep calling it that.
What Drew's tried to say in the past 5 takes that'll be cut from this episode is that I have stage experience, not just as a battle rapper either.
But
I
also
performed as a
dancer.
rapper
Oh, we're not going to bring that.
and I performed as a poet, probably way more than I performed as a rapper. So I've been on stages many times, not to the degree you have,
Yeah,
but
no comparison.
rappers, even small time local rappers. I know some people
Stop
hate
saying
that.
stuff like
I know some
that.
people hate that.
There's no compare. I would never compare my stuff to him, and he would. Don't do that.
Is what's the craziest story you got from your rapping lifestyle?
I did a show once that ended in a shooting.
Let's hear it.
Yeah. Well, I've done multiple shows that ended in shootings, but this one specifically was in the beautiful town of the Three Crosses. And my friend Jaime, Jimmy from the North, he was there. His wife was there. Producer Lisa's there. I was there. We all went together. Well, we didn't go together, but we went together. And as we were walking in, I had this weird feeling that something was going to happen. I was like, yo, Lisa, Veto, you guys should go home. And Veto's actually a really big fan of music. She listens to my albums and stuff. She's my dog. Shout out to Veto. But Veto was like, why? And I looked at Lisa. I was like, you got to go home. And she was like, girl, we got to go home. And so they left. And everybody had performed. And all of a sudden a fight breaks out and then a shooting happens. But the whole time, I couldn't find my friend Jimmy in the crowd. Motherfucker was behind my DJ and behind his girlfriend. And it wasn't because he was scared. Nah, he was aware. It was too close. It was too close of quarters. He's like, nah, dude, I'm not going to get shot. I don't even know these motherfuckers. And so that place cleared out. We got held up by the cops for hours. He's like, was it you? And I was like, nah, dude, the fuck? I'm a fat guy in a purple button up right now. I ain't about to shoot no one.
Easy suspect to describe.
Yeah. What about you?
I think one of my favorite battle rap moments is one of my first 3 or 4 battles.
Mm-hmm.
It was at this little smoke shop, and I was battling this guy named RJ, and
That was his rap. That was his battle rap name.
it's his real name too. Yeah, just goes by RJ.
What did you go by?
Ideal. It was my second round, and the line I had that led to this was something. Whose man is this? Kind of who's claiming this guy, right? But his girlfriend in the crowd wanted to be bold and brave and speak up. And she said, he's my man or whatever. And the crowd went nuts because it was just so unexpected. And the pressure was on me because they're going nuts. Technically, that's a win for him.
It's a win for him.
So I had to think quick. It wasn't the best setup, but the comeback was well worth it in the sense that I said, I'm glad you got far. Thanks for raising your hand. Now we know where the thoughts are. And the crowd went even crazier. Really honest,
That's pretty good
spit hot
comeback.
fire moment. With how crazy. I probably can find the video and input it. I don't always say we're going to input videos if I never do.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was it's a kind of a core memory moment for me performing.
This dude's a joke. Whose man is this? I know I mentioned your girl, but I just... Your girl, no, fuck off.
RJ's girlfriend. She saved your second.
I say, so you got far. Thanks for raising your hand. Now we know where the dots are.
I had something like that during a battle too. I'd written like 2 versions of this rebuttal. And I basically was like, you know what rhymes with Jonathan Pacheco? And I thought somebody was going to say something, and somebody did. And I was all, nope, cousin fucker. And like, it literally, and everybody's like, what? Like, dude, it was like this weird moment. And then I remembered the rest of the run, and then I forgot the rest of the verse. I still won that battle. I think you heard that battle.
Wait. Want to know what rhymes with Johnny Pacheco? Cousin fucker. His daddy should have worn a rubber. And I think we should blame the mother. Because if I was the mom, passing traits down to my son, and I knew he was going to be a little bitch, I would have fell down the steps my goddamn self and told the rest of the people I slipped.
I've had a good fair amount. Like,
Yeah.
and chasing that pop is addicting.
Yeah,
Even
but-
whenever I've choked on stage numerous times.
Numerous? Dang. You've choked on stage numerous times, for real? Against what battlers? Like, what battlers brought that out of you?
They didn't bring it out of me. I'm my own worst enemy.
Okay.
Anxiety, probably even ADHD to some extent.
Yeah.
I choked against this guy named Short Circuit. I had 3 really well done rounds against this guy named Short Circuit. And I got the first 2 off.
Then you short-circuited on the
And
third.
ironically, I short circuited on 3rd. What happened was I started spitting the bars. And I'm like, wait, is this my second verse? Am I spitting my second verse again? And then I didn't know what to do. Because I was like, do I continue and just spit the same verse again? Or do I go to the other verse? But what if you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And that was probably my worst choke.
Yeah, I don't know how you do rebuttals on top of remembering what you're going to say. Or what are they called?
Yeah.
Pre-buttals?
I do pre-buttals too. Like you write them ahead of time.
No,
but-
see, I didn't have that. I was battling this guy. What the heck was his name? Julian Alexander.
Yeah.
Were you there for that?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I did this Carlton bar. And it came out of nowhere to the point that you hear me. I was like, that was off the top. Like, I was hyping myself up. And I eventually like caught myself. I was like, fucking compose yourself, Drew. And I was all, but like
When you've been to the end zone,
for like 3 seconds, I was like, that was off the top. That was off the top.
when you get to the end zone, act like you've been there before.
Yeah, well, I hadn't. That was the first time I ever
Yeah,
battled.
that's fair.
You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
But anyways, you know what I battle with a lot though, other than like crippling depression, anxiety, and people pleasing issues?
Would it be people having difficulties engaging with our content?
You could say it that way.
How would you describe it?
Probably exactly the way you did, just less intelligent. Like, why don't you just subscribe to our shit, dog? That's how why don't you follow our shit, bro? Why aren't you liking and commenting on our shit, bruh? That's what I would say.
These are all valid questions.
Why don't you tell me how you would say it?
I would say that people need to follow us on TikTok. People need to follow us on the IG.
Yep.
For the gram.
Yeah. Instagram.
People need to go to Facebook, put their face on our book with their comments.
All right, I got you.
There's a time where
there.
Facebook had the wall and stuff.
That
You
was
know what I
good.
mean?
Yeah,
I'm an old head. And of course, you know, ding, ding, dong, like Snoop Dogg said.
Like-
Ring a ding, ding, dong, our YouTube bell. Subscribe and comment.
And also, if you listen to us, like just audio only, we're going to catch up. The next 24 hours, we'll have some stuff up.
Yeah, thanks
this
for putting
is-
that pressure on me.
This is a long time from now. So I'm just saying this for Anthony to do it in the next 24 hours.
Yeah.
But also follow us on like Apple Pod or wherever you find it. Follow us on Spotify. You know what I mean? What is it called?
Apple
Core?
Podcast, probably.
Apple Podcasts.
The Purple Podcast app.
The Purple Podcast app. It's purple. It's a podcast app. It's on your phone, along with all the other things like American Express and like Newsenda or like.
Well, in there, fully lacking, everybody.